This is episode number 9 of the Oki Smoking Podcast. Hello, I'm John with my lovely wife,
Loris.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great. We're just out here doing another podcast after a big cook. But first, we need to launch the intro, which we're doing it a little different. Usually we kind of do the podcast and we add the effects to it. So we're going to do that live. Are you ready to see how this works? Because I don't even know. Let's just cue it. Are you ready? Let's go.
Time to fire up that grill. From smoked pork to smash burgers, outdoor cooking just tastes better. This is the Oki Smoking Podcast. And here's your host, John Berry.
So we got the intro going there live right now. Got a little bit of music in the background. What do you think there?
I liked it.
You like it? So this is episode number 9 right here on the Oki Smoking Podcast. We're trying a new software package. It's called Riverside FM, to where we can talk. We can add sound effects in the middle of the podcast. So pretty cool. It's like high-tech stuff for us. It's been going around for years, but let me go ahead and turn this music down. And that's it. Well, welcome to the podcast. My name is John with Dolores here, and playing with this new software package we have here today. Like check this out. You don't know any jokes, but if we did, we could actually play a little theme song there. Hey, so what we did this last week is we did some
tasting of
the tasting of the seasoning, right? Yeah. So it was the Boer's Night Out White Lightning Spicy Seasoning that I did on my last Thursday video. I didn't actually do a cook, but we did this. And did you try this seasoning at all?
Not when you did that. No.
You didn't try it when I did that, but you did try it during our last cook, which we will talk about here in just a moment. But did you feel, with the part you did try, did you feel any spice?
No, not really.
No. Yeah, it says spicy. And if there's one thing that I'm just not too sold on, is the fact that it says spicy. And I look at the ingredients: salt, pepper, MSG, it's got garlic powder. I mean, I don't get where they actually even put that on there, because to me, it's not even on the remote spicy. That's the only thing I think about this.
It definitely wasn't spicy.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But it's definitely a good seasoning, and I think it's going to be great on some ribs, and we're going to be trying it on some ribs and some pork shoulders, because we really like to cook some pork shoulders and things like that. So that's going to be real good with it. But as far as the rest of it, I just didn't feel any spice or anything going on with it. So
it tasted good, though. It did taste good.
It did taste good. It did definitely taste good. And right now, I've got a Modelo Chelada, and it tastes good. What are you drinking?
Ooh, I got a hard Mountain Dew. The tall boy.
You got the hard. What flavor of Mountain Dew you got? Is that just a regular?
It's just the regular one.
Okay, so Dolores has got the regular Mountain Dew, and a lot of y'all may not know how we do this podcast, because we actually do it in separate rooms, so we can't see each other, but we can see each other on a screen. It's just the way it's set up, because we each got a microphone and we're using a software package. So can't tell what she's drinking until cheers. Go ahead and raise your glass. There you go. Cheers. Mountain Dew, a Modelo. Salute. Well, you're back here. This is the Oki Smoking Podcast. And if you've ever watched us on YouTube, you probably heard this. I guess we said too much fun. But let's go ahead and start into what we're here for. And we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the last stuff we've done over the last week. So this last week, we didn't do a Thursday cook or anything. We did do the seasoning video, which I talked about the Boer's Night Out White Lightning seasoning. And then just today, we did do the really awesome. What did you think about? We did a bacon wrapped burger.
With the
That
onion.
yes. Oh man, that thing was unbelievable.
That
That
was
I've
good.
just
Oh,
wow, that was incredible. We basically just cut up an onion, and oh my gosh, that was. It takes a while to do though. That's the most tedious burger I've ever done. I mean, you got to cut up an onion, you got to take out a piece of onion, you got to find a smaller piece of onion. Then you got to put some hamburger meat in between two pieces of onion that you've seasoned. Then you got to season it. Then you got to cook the thing over a smoker. And after an hour and a half or 2 hours, you now could eat it. And that would go good with just some ranch dressing or some queso dip. But we decided to take it another level and throw it on the Blackstone and put an egg in it and throw it on a bun. And man, that thing was incredible. So
mine wasn't
that
on
that
the bun, but it was good. It was really, really good.
yeah. So that was really, really good, and one of the best cooks we've done in a while. In really a while. I mean, we've done a lot. I mean, I don't know. It's all subjective. The Guinness cake we did last week was the best cook we've done in a while because it's the last thing we've done, and the last thing I've done is the best thing I've done. So
That burger wrapped bacon onion thing I would rate it as like a 10 on that.
yeah. So
Better than
what
the other stuff that you've done. I keep on saying that, don't I?
But I want to talk about going into next week. And I also want to go ahead and talk a little bit in this episode about going into next month because I don't want to talk about cooking while I do cook. I want to talk a little bit about a judging competition I'm going to be attending next month in April that I'm going to be doing as a judging competition. And it's kind of a little bit, I don't know, odd for me because I'm on here cooking stuff and it's what I like to do. And there would be nothing more than a dream of mine to actually go up there and cook on a team and put a few ribs or brisket in front of a half dozen judges and wait to see where I rank. I mean, that's something that is on my bucket list, and that is to cook something on a team, to cook something, have it up there, and shoot for it. Shoot for that first place. See where I go, see if I rank, and or just see if I just get blown out and say, well, it wasn't good enough. And I would accept that. But I think that's pretty cool. As a judge, though, you don't have to cook. I can just tell you whether it's good or not. So I do have that coming up next month. So I want to talk a little bit more about that here in a bit.
It's April 19th?
April the 19th, which after the judging event, I'm going to have you there and we're going to hang out, have a couple beers after, not before or during, but after.
Well,
watch some of the festivities. Well, yeah, you could have it the whole dang time.
Judge.
Yeah. Hell, I may come back from the judging and you'll be 3 sheets to the wind for all I know.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, we're going to be doing that on April the 19th. So for anybody that may be wondering, it is in Nicoma Park, Oklahoma. They have a barbecue. I believe this is the 3rd annual event that they've had. So we're going to be doing that. It's just I'm going to only be there on the Friday night and be judging that competition. So that's going to be pretty cool. And I might talk more about that here in a bit. But let's go ahead and talk about what we got upcoming that we talked about in the last episode. Easter is coming up, right?
Yes.
Oh, so we're going to go ahead and switch to Easter. So check this out. Let's transition into the next segment. All right, now we're talking about Easter next week now. So we got deviled eggs. We're going to be doing some deviled eggs next week, and
You're going to smoke them.
we're going to smoke them. And you talked about using some sausage, right?
Yeah.
So how do you think what is the best way do you think we need to do these deviled eggs? Do we need to cook the sausage, cook the
I
eggs?
think we should cook the sausage first before putting it on there, yeah.
Right. So, but should we mix the sausage into the deviled eggs before we put it in the egg, or should we just make the deviled eggs normal and then garnish it with the sausage on the top?
I say we mix it.
Mix it.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do next week is Dolores just locked it in. We're going to go ahead and create deviled eggs. If you've watched any of my videos in the last month, you might have seen the one where we did the eggs, and we did an egg comparison. We did a smoked egg, we did a boiled egg, and we did a great value egg of all things, and compared them. Well, the smoked egg was put on a smoker for about 90 minutes. So we're going to do that with all the eggs. Do you want to do any that's not smoked? You want to do any regular ones? You want to just do them all the same?
No, I'll probably do some regular runs just in case someone doesn't like the smoked egg.
That shouldn't be a problem. I just got done buying 5 dozen eggs. So we'll do some of the some smoked, some boiled.
Some will be colored because the grandbaby. But
yeah, we're going to have some colored eggs. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're going to color some of the eggs that we're not going to turn into deviled eggs. So, yeah, you'll have some of those as well. And then we'll have an egg hunt on next Sunday or you're talking about
beer hunt.
A beer hunt?
Yeah, for the older kids.
Yeah. Oh, I'm talking about that. We're going to go buy I bought 5 dozen eggs. Let's go buy 5 dozen mini shots or something and hide them. Yeah. So we got that going on coming in next Sunday. We'll talk more about that after it happens, but that's going to be pretty cool. We did that one time, didn't we? Where we did a bunch of
yes.
We had little shots hanging around, and then there was what was it we found? There was you'll sometimes
forget where you said it.
Yeah, you'll forget where you put something, and you'll find an egg, and you'll hit it with your lawnmower, or you'll find an egg several days, or even a month or so later, and it's an egg. But it seems like we found like a fireball shot or something out there.
Probably.
I think I remember that. Just we're sitting out there. There's something hidden there. But so that'll be coming up next Sunday. But going into this,
we're also smoking a ham too.
Smoking a ham. Yep. We're going to smoke a ham and going to have a nice little Easter dinner going into next Sunday. So dinner or lunch, and is it going to be? I think more of a dinner, but
it's dinner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we'll have like a little Easter egg and liquor hunt. So, and so that's going to be really good. But coming in this Thursday, we're going to go ahead and launch a video, and that's going to be our smoked deviled eggs Easter episode. I think we're going to have it on our Thursday video that's locked in as well. That way, it comes out before Easter, and I think that's going to be pretty cool.
Are you supposed to do some type of banana thing with that one guy?
Yep, we are. That is, I'm not sure of the exact date, but that's April the 15th or within a couple of days. So that Easter. It's going to be after Easter. I heard something like it's Banana Day. I'm not real sure. That's Jim Kitch's kitchen. And I did respond that I would join his collaboration. There's another collaboration I've been invited to, which I don't want to talk about at the moment because I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to do it, because that's also April 12th through the 15th, and I don't want to have a conflict with the two. And I'm going to have another one in May coming up. So I just got to say, I do love the collaborations.
You have another one in May?
Yes, it has not been officially announced yet. So yes, we do have another
month for you.
I know it's like a full-time job on top of a full-time job with this. So, and for everybody listening, I do appreciate you coming in here. We are available on Apple, Spotify, and you can find us on anywhere you can find your podcast for the most part. I come on here, I talk. For everybody that listens, we appreciate it. And but it is not easy to get all this done, because I've got a podcast we do once a week, sometimes an extra episode, and we've got videos that I try to commit to once a week and sometimes two, and then I've got all these collaborations. So, but it's awesome because I enjoy doing it, and she sometimes I think thinks I'm crazy because it's I'm just always trying to get all this stuff done. And then I got a website, which is totally out of date. It's okismoking.com. I don't know when the last time I've touched it, but I'm going to get all my videos on there, and I'm going to start getting some content on there just so to keep things up. The podcast, you can find all the podcast episodes up there. It automatically updates, so you can check those out. And of course, we're still trying to have it yet. Get some guests on the podcast. Haven't had any luck with that yet, but waiting to see. I haven't aggressively went after anybody, but I think that'd be fun. And I'm confident we'll get some people on here eventually, and they're going to talk to me and you, and we're going to be interviewing them and stuff. So that'll be pretty cool. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
They're going to be coming on here. Some person from they could be 3 or 4 states away on this show. Yeah, just before it happens, just take you a couple shots. You'll be good, and we'll all have a good time. But this particular episode is just kind of a just come in here and talk a little bit about what we did this last week, what we got going forward. Really didn't have any major agenda on this podcast episode, but with everything, and if you create a podcast, a YouTube channel, or anything, consistency is number one. Be yourself. That's what we're doing today. We're just simply being ourselves. We're making sure that we didn't miss this episode. We didn't have it lined out, and we wanted to come on here and do a quick, brief talk to you. And we're using this new software, like, we could sit here and play some music or something. And that sounds like crap. All right, well, the chance of getting someone to come back to this podcast just fell off the rails. Well, do you have anything else you'd like to bring up on today's podcast there?
No, not really.
Not really anything going on?
I'll just try to think of something else for you to cook.
Yeah, something else for me to cook. So we got our Easter episode, which is going to be deviled eggs on Thursday. Then we've got our Sunday, which is Easter. You say we're going to do a ham. I've been doing a Sunday episode. I might just skip Sunday or just throw something out Saturday. So probably just do that Thursday episode and then go with that. And then next week kind of rebound. And I think after Easter, I want to go ahead and start doing some live videos again on a Sunday. So I'll probably do something live again.
Live
yeah. How do you think the live episodes went?
Pretty good.
You think what do you think the success of those were?
I don't know. I mean, you got people coming in it,
Yeah.
You just need more people. It's kind of hard because you just.
Well, I did have a few visitors, so yeah. So. All right. Well, this has been a great time. This is a real quick, short podcast episode. Be sure and share this podcast. Let people know we're out there. But we're just going to keep cranking it every week. Come on here, talk about things, talk about barbecue. Some episodes may not be about anything. It may not even be about barbecue. Hell, who knows? I don't know.
Thank you for listening to the Oki Smoking Podcast. Episodes drop every Monday. Don't forget to follow this podcast, or you might miss out on some delicious creations. You can also find us on our website, okismokin.com, and on YouTube and other social media platforms. Until next time, keep firing up that grill.
There's a brand new feature available on the Oki Smoking Podcast, and it involves you. That's right. Send me and Dolores a text, and it's never been easier. Simply scroll down to the show notes description, and you'll see where it says, send John and Dolores a text message. Click it. Talk to us. You're probably using your phone anyway, so do it now. Can't wait to hear from you.